What's up mga ka-viewers? Welcome to my channel and welcome back sa mga ka-followers ko, no? And to my also welcome sa mga potential followers in the future and those who are watching in this video. If I can recall, it's been 10 months since I uploaded my first video here in my channel. Because during that time I was processing my documents, preparing myself to come in Vietnam, and then I promised to in my channel that I'm going to upload more videos if I'm here in Vietnam. And the good news here is that I am here in Vietnam, but almost 9 months na. Medyo tinatamad ako mag-upload ng new video ko. Okay, so now to make the long story short, we're going to talk about the salary ranges here in Vietnam. So, but first and foremost, to those who don't know Vietnam, no? Vietnam is just closer to the Philippines, just in the west part of the Philippines. And in terms of job opportunities here in Vietnam, Vietnam is quite competitive for Filipino aspiring teachers compared sa mga ibang bansa like Thailand, Cambodia, and other parts in the world that offer Filipino teachers to work abroad, no? Okay, so the thing is that here in Vietnam, they offer quite competitive salary. Okay, based on my observation, based sa survey ko lang ha, for beginner teachers here in Vietnam, no? They just started to work here in Vietnam. Mostly they earn around $1,200 per month, or it is around 70,000 pesos a month. No? It is after tax. And in terms of workloads for Filipino teachers here in Vietnam, they didn't give so much pressure for Filipino teachers because as I have heard, some schools they offered 80 hours, no? 80 hours a month. Some schools and centers they offer 100 hours a month, no? It depends it depends of their employers, no? Here in Vietnam. So what? For let's say 100 hours a month, no? If you divide it per day, no? It's around like 2 hours, or it's around like 3 hours or 4 hours a day. No, I think it's too much, because in my case, no. In my case, some of the days that I work only 1 hour and 30 minutes. Some of the days I only work for 3 hours, and some of the days also I work for 4 hours. No. Quite easy, no? They didn't give so much pressure for Filipino teachers here in Vietnam. And the good news is that also everything here is all provided. Everything here is all provided. Lesson plan, teaching materials, no? And the thing is that here in Vietnam, they really respect teachers. Here in this country, they really respect teachers. They highly respect teachers. Mafe-feel mo talaga yung pagka-teacher mo dito sa Vietnam. The reason why I love in this country. You know, I'm thinking that I'm going to work here for long term. Yeah. That's it. $1,200 per month. It is after tax. What about the cost of living here in Vietnam? There is one more thing, good news here in Vietnam, is that the cost of living here is quite low. So in my case, in my school, that the apartment that I have right now in my background is just for free. It is included in my contract. Yung school ko na mag-shoulder ng apartment ko, and in my transportation, yung motorcycle ko. So that is quite an advantage for me here working in Vietnam. So yeah, and then what about the food? Yung food, no? Some foreigners says that in the Philippines is quite cheap. Here in Vietnam is cheaper than the Philippines. Yeah, you can find food here cheaper sa Vietnam. Not in my province, maybe like in Manila in comparison, no? Talaga marami kang masasave. Let's say no, you earn 70,000 pesos a month, and then yung food mo, let's say yung food mo, yung medicines or whatsoever that yung mga desires mo to feed yourself, to spoil yourself, let's say around 10,000 pesos. So matitake mo yung 60,000 pesos in food. See? Pwede ka magpadala ng to support your family in the Philippines. At the same time, you can spoil yourself. And not only that one, mga kababayan, here in Vietnam, as I have mentioned, they only give 80 to 100 hours per month. No, hours per month. It means like around 3 hours. Let's say 3 hours a day working here in Vietnam. You can find other part-time jobs. You can work multiple jobs at the same time, no? But it depends on your contract. If your employer allows you to work other job. Now, that is the thing. You know what? There are some teachers that I have met here in Vietnam. They work at school at the same time they work online, no? So they earn double. So base salary rate is around $1,200. Yeah, you can save a lot here in Vietnam. And the thing is that in Vietnam also, not just they offer good salary for Filipino teachers, they give less stress for Filipino teachers. At the same time, yung mga touristic places here in Vietnam is quite stunning. So you can go, you have a lot of free time. If you don't want to work a lot, if you want to spend your free time to gala-gala here in Vietnam, then so be it, you can do it here in Vietnam, since yung transportation is free, provided here in Vietnam mostly. Now, so if you are good at driving motorbike, then it's an advantage for you. Since Filipino teachers tayo Filipino tayo mostly we can drive a motorbike. So yeah, I think so much. I think that's all for today, no? Here in Vietnam. So everything I did I miss something? Okay, yeah. For the healthcare it's covered. For the healthcare is also covered in your contract. And for the I think the Wi-Fi and the mobile data here is quite low. Very cheap, no, compared sa ating bansa. No, we spend around 1,000 some, no, just to pay a monthly. Here in Vietnam, no, if I'm not mistaken, if I counted, it's just like around 300 pesos a month. I'm not talking about mobile data, it's Wi-Fi. Okay, so very cheap talaga. And yeah, everything here in Vietnam is like a paradise. In terms of their local people here, maybe I can talk with that in the other video. Yeah, but just to talk about some of it in terms of the local people here in Vietnam, they are very hospitable. They really respect Filipino teachers. They don't look down. They really love Filipino teachers as well, since we are also like, you know, yung spirito yung mga Pilipino kasi yung pagka-jolly natin, yung parang kahit may problema, parang mabubulala yung problema if you talked, if you met, if you're trying to mingle with other people. It's just because ganito tayo yung mga Filipino. So I think that's all for today. No, and I do hope that I can make more videos in the future. So sorry if I upload like medyo natagalan, hindi medyo matagal. But I do hope that I can make more videos in the future. What Vietnam can do offer for us. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching in this video. Bye bye.